Hello again everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Antarctica and we're checking out the new British Rothera and Antarctica Beyond pack Volume 1 by Aerosoft / Lime Sim for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're at Rothera Airstrip at the moment and we are using, in lieu and absence of the Aerosoft Twin Otter, we are in a bit of a strange liveried PC-6 Porter by MilViz. Now this is out now for Microsoft Flight Simulator and it comes complete with some stunning animations across all the buildings and the surrounding scenery as well, and we're going to go and explore some of these little hotspots. Now there are loads of landmarks inside this pack already included, and when you guys download it and install it, there's also a really good detailed manual as well, which is always worth a read through, talking about all the real ops and things like that the pilots in real life go through when operating in and out of these airfields. As always, share your thoughts in the comments below, be sure to click that subscribe button, and of course please do give the video a thumbs up as well. So, first impressions, this is absolutely stunning. They've done a beautiful job of creating such an immersive environment to go and explore effectively. A location that's really important, quite key for global real-world environmental concerns and science-related research as well. And I look at the landscape, it is quite fantastic. I love the snowmobiles, the animated people, the person at Rothera that was having the snowball fight, the penguins waddling about as well. It's so realistic and so fantastic to actually see. Now what we need, of course, is a Twin Otter for us to go and explore this entire region with, and Aerosoft are working away at creating that as quickly as possible. Of course they're not going to release something that is not ready, so for the time being that's why we're in the MilViz PC-6 Porter. It comes with adaptable skis, which we've been making use of today for the first time as well, and it's an aircraft that we can enjoy and operate at least in this sort of area of the world. I'd be very interested actually to try and fly the Douglas DC-6 and PMDG in and out of Rothera, which is just down there actually. That ship as well, guys, is animated and it goes sailing around, and that is quite spectacular to watch as well. Just below us is the Rothera emergency landing strip, so for the airliners and things that fly in, the heavy aircraft that come in, all the other smaller research aircraft have this additional reserve runway for use as well. This is a huge region as well, folks, so you're going to spend days, weeks exploring this, and there's loads of points of interest located on the world map before you actually do spawn in, so you'll be able to find something that does actually appeal to you location wise. And you might be able to plot little routes from starting at Rothera, for example. You might then be able to plot a little route and visit different research stations around the entire region of Antarctica to really enjoy and get the most out of this scenery. Landscapes like this that we're looking at the moment are absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure you guys will agree. It's a very niche bit of scenery to have, but it's some of the most incredible I've ever seen. So what have Aerosoft and LimeSim done in their creation of Antarctica Volume 1, British Rothera and Beyond for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Well, as you can see, the whole landscape is vast. Rothera, where we departed to begin with, incredibly picturesque location. It's surrounded by glaciers and icebergs, and it's a little bit like, as they've described it in the manual, a little bit like the Antarctic version of Gibraltar, because it's got the road going through the centre of the runway, and every now and again you will get traffic going across, making it quite tricky to time your takeoff and landing. It's a stunning approach, which we'll go into a little later on as well, where we head back to Rothera to complete our journey. But they've not stopped there. They've added Fossil Bluff and Sky Blue further south, which is where we're going to try and locate and explore. And they've included tons of animations with animals, vehicles, boats, people, and including penguins and things like that as well within the flight simulator. Dotted throughout this entire scenery, so it's a little bit of a mission for ourselves to go and try and locate them all, which is quite cool. They've also created lots of custom sounds for the animals and the vehicles too, making it quite unique currently, at least in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's hundreds of animated icebergs across the entire area around the bases, but also across the entire region. And lots of off-site locations as well, automated monitoring stations marked on the maps as points of interest, so we can fly there for regular checks and rough landings as well, with unprepared strips on the ice. They've also, they've not really gone into detail with this, but they've also added what they describe as a special technique used to add wind shear details to the vast white lands on the glacier. So that's going to be really interesting, and I'm hoping at some point as we explore the scenery going forward, including on live streams that I'm hoping to plan over the next few weeks and months, that we can actually find some of those and explore it. So what else have Aerosoft done? They've also added in a number of flight plan files. They've added some routes from Rothera to Fossil Bluff as a .plan file, so we can load them inside the world map. And aircraft like this, using the Garmin glass cockpits, G1000s and things, they will you'll be able to basically plot the route, load it up, spawn in, and go and explore the region. They've also got two other plan files, Fossil Bluff to Rothera, which is the return, and also Fossil Bluff to Sky Blue as well, which is one that I'm really interested to go and locate. Apparently it's a ice blue runway, which is going to be quite cool. So a couple of little things that might be worth mentioning to those of you who might be looking to use it throughout the year. Between May and August, Antarctica is pretty much pitch black. It's in permanent night time, or permanent darkness I should say, just with its position on the Earth. And it's something that they've mentioned inside the FAQs of the manuals. It does say that you can change the season to something like February or March using flight conditions, day settings basically. So that's something that's worth exploring. And also, throughout the environment, you want to go and try and find all of the animated whales that pop through the water as well. I'd imagine more so near Rothera, being the sort of main airfield station. But there are tons and tons of different places to go and explore within the scenery. If you do go for a bit of a flight and go for a bit of an explore, let us know where your most scenic places within Antarctica are, and what you found within the environment, within the scenery package. So down here somewhere we should soon be able to see Fossil Bluff and the monitoring station that's next to it as well. It's a lot further south than Rothera than you'd realise, but then you forget how vast this region is, and then it does add to the spectacle of the scenery, really, because you are really going out and exploring everything that there is to find with this scenery. And it's actually quite interesting with the wind shear coming off the ridge here. It's making it quite tricky just to try and maintain a form of level flight. There's the runway, just about coming into view. Wow. Use the stall abilities of this, I think. There we are. Look how vast the landscape is. Actually, not a bad touchdown. Look at that landscape, guys. Absolutely stunning. So one of the monitoring stations at Fossil Bluff then, you'll see it just as you come into land in the similar sort of direction, actually, just up on the left hand side on the ridge. They've modelled this so well. So as you can see, Sky Blue Station is down below us, and we're going to be landing at the airfield. I think this little area here, bit of a prepared strip. Making use of a bit of beta descent. Yep, there we go. There's a bit of runway strip. In fact, there's a bump, so we'll aim for that. There's a nicer bit of terrain for us to touch down upon. Here we go. So we are heading back into Rothera, and we are going to touchdown land using the PC-6. The approach is just spectacular, isn't it? I'm sure you guys will agree this is utterly beautiful. And this is with just clear skies preset now, so I've taken all the snow off just so you guys can see what the base landscape looks like without any snow added on as well. Get them flaps in. What an approach this is. If you guys find whales and all that sort of stuff, then do let us know in the comments section whereabouts you found them. And if you're in our Discord server as well, pop some of the screenshots into there as well, inside our flight sim screenshots area. It's such a wonderfully dramatic landscape this is, even without all the snow and everything added in too. You can really see the amount of work and effort that's gone into this fantastic piece of scenery. Incredible noises. The sounds are so good. The landscape at night time then, or sunset I should say, doesn't fail to disappoint. It is equally just as stunning. The ships lit up in the background, the runway lighting, and the building emissives as well really do add to a nice feel to the environment here. That Arctic sort of midnight sun feel. And the nighttime does actually make the landscape around Rothera look really dramatic. As you guys can see here, this other angle, it does look quite spectacular. As always, share your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this little first look and mini review of the scenery. Overall, I think it looks absolutely stunning. They've done a brilliant job of making a breathtaking piece of scenery across a vast landscape as well. And there's multiple airports and research stations to go and choose from. There's whales to go and hunt, animated boats and vehicles to go and locate as well, and some breathtakingly scenic approaches. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe buttons down below, and I hope to see you all in a live stream very soon. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching.